That should be everything.
Nice.
It's November 28th.
Wait, we started?
Yes.
We just had a
We were
conversation
talking
about
about
starting.
We're reading Reddit. Damn. I don't...
Yeah, episode 197.
At least I know you're talking about fucking game detergent again. I don't give a fuck.
Three away from 200.
Reddit.
We are not doing it for 200.
Wait, is this 200?
No, we're at 197.
Oh, okay.
3 away from 200. Maybe for 200 we just won't do a show. We'll just skip
Then
it.
we do. All right.
What we'll do is we'll skip 200 and be like, go and listen to the 200. We'll be like, go listen to the 200th episode, and then I'll just have like forever to work on the 200th episode.
Do Golden Saucer of the Year.
We'll rate, you know what?
We'll rate our top 5 podcast shows.
At the rate we're going,
spoilers. Number 1 is crickets.
Game of the year could be 198, 99. No, game of the year would be like 201.
We'll just skip another week.
We'll skip another week. That's a good plan. Yeah.
Let's make it 200.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
I mean,
just calling it.
This is the holidays. We're all work retail.
Exactly.
So you never know. Like
we're gonna be tired.
Like last week was like, nah, man.
I'm not gonna joke.
Tired.
I shouldn't be here right now.
We weren't even that busy, Joe and I. We're still tired.
Yeah. I'm working on a 3-day headache. Well, it's actually 2, but it'll probably be tomorrow too.
Yeah, if you have a boner for more than 4 days, it's really impressive.
Call a friend. Check this out.
Yo.
Whoa.
Have you seen that comic where the guy's like, I've had this erection for more than 4 hours, and the doctor's like, sick.
Yes, I've seen that.
Like the guy's like, yeah.
Yeah, me too. All right. So, I mean, obviously last week we did take a little bit of time off to get ready for our shitty jobs, and you know, it's fine.
The Blackest Friday.
Yeah.
Racist.
Starring Ice-T.
I bought a fat guy sweater that I'm wearing, and
Ice Cube.
It's not even cold enough for it.
Yeah, no. I don't know what you're doing in that. I'm watching
Clean.
like, sweat just bead off. You're not that bad. I think I'm sweatier than you are.
It's
Can't
clean.
tell though because I just always have a shine on my head because I'm bald.
Yeah, you're right under the light.
Shine on.
Nice.
Shine on, you crazy demon.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond.
I mean, you could do like
I think it's diamond.
you can do like Alf, and you can like put like you wear like a baseball hat like this, and it just super
Just
darkens up your face.
Unabomber it up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, guys?
I could wear the hoodie on too. But...
Yeah, but then we need to get you some Ray-Bans.
Does this work?
Oh, this is terrible because I can't get it over my headphones.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
it's
you're
me.
gonna be sweating.
I can't hear shit.
I can hear everything.
What?
It's fine.
This is stupid.
Oh, well, you did it the other way. See, I did it underneath. Yeah, you did it dumb.
But now it looks like you got a big fat head.
I guess got a lot of hair in here.
Looks.
I'm like Colin Kaepernick. You got a lot of hair. All right.
That is the only regard that you're like Colin Kaepernick.
I'm also never mind. I'm from San Francisco. There we go. I got it. All right. Let's talk. Like,
Wow, what a shitty intro.
Wow.
All right, continue.
Let's talk about our shitty weeks. Like, you want to talk about Black Friday? Like, did anybody...
I worked 78 hours.
Nice. Let me get some of that OT, son.
No, I'm good.
Let me get some of that OT.
I'm tired.
Well, tell me about your Google Home Mini that you were ranting about on Facebook.
It was good. I could control lights.
Was it $20? $25?
30.
$30.
And
Comes
I
with
get
a $10 gift card, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I might buy one tonight. I don't know what I'd do with it though.
Yeah, what you were just like, oh, you don't need that shit. Let me tell you why that's a bad idea.
I was thinking about it. I'm like,
Let me tell you why that's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. Well, I was thinking about. I was like, well, what if I want one? Then I don't want to pay $50.
That's true.
You
And
know,
he was just talking shit before, like to justify not buying one.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It was too cheap.
I mean, that's how I do it.
I just wanted something to automate the house a little easier.
That's the thing is I have no home automation.
I got some stuff already with lights. I got the Nest, the thermostat.
I really want a Nest, but I've been hearing like every time I hear about it, someone's like, "Oh, yeah, the next one's gonna be even better." And I'm like, "Gosh, wait, the next one."
Fuck the next one. Just grab one.
Maybe.
There's even an economy version, I think.
Oh, really?
Like Nest E. That's what they call it.
I like the thing where like you can like Nest knows when someone's home and
that's that dinosaur that lives in Scotland, right?
Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I know where you're going. Stop.
She comes out and she changes it. Who fucks with this thermostat? Who did it?
Who changed about it? Who changed the temperature to 350?
Tree fitty.
Goddamn Loch Ness monster.
Man, I came out in the living room and it was cold as a Paleozoic.
all right. We brought it back around.
Somebody else's jokes that are funnier than ours.
Yeah, it's cool. So you could be like, "Oh, dim the lights," and I was like, "Play Africa by Toto."
Dim your $60
like,
lights.
This is so awesome.
Dim your $60 lights is what you're talking about, right?
I had your back on that one.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I was like, oh, I like that song. I'll give it.
And then you can say, "All right, Google, play games with me," and like she'll do Mad Libs, some trivia game, Dustin from Stranger Things will come up and be like, "Hey, are you there?" And you could talk with him and interact with him.
I have no idea
I
what
like
the phone is.
I like the Mad Libs. It's pretty funny. It's like, give me a noun, penis, an
Nice,
adjective,
course.
fucking.
Showing floppy.
Yeah.
bro.
Penising.
So and she'll say it back like the penis. Well, went trick or treating and some shit like that.
Of course she will.
I was on the floor dying. I don't know. I'm stupid.
I like.
You're
the
just
idea,
sleep
but it's-
deprived. It's like
What'd you do with Google Home first? Oh, I made it do 8-year-old things.
yeah.
Right, well, it just
Google Home, fart please.
Titty. Titty sprinkles. Yes.
I don't know. I feel like I'm maybe one or two connected devices away from it making sense.
I have Chromecast too,
Yeah, exactly.
so I
I
can
don't
be
have
like,
a Chromecast TV.
"Hey Google, play Funhouse."
I got a
Funhouse shows up
I got
on
a
my
Fire
TV.
Stick, so I'm not gonna do anything there.
That's pretty dope.
I like it. It's pretty automated. Like when I get up in the morning, like, "Hey Google, what's the weather outside?" Like, and I'll be dressing up, and she's like,
dude.
"It's right now 54 with a high of low."
I have that on my phone. Like,
I don't look at my phone. I'm getting ready.
no. Like my phone, I can set on the alarm. I can set like the assistant alarm.
Yeah.
And when it goes off, it's like it'll sound the alarm, and then when you turn it off, it's like the temperature is currently blah 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 blah, and then it'll read me like 3 news things and then the time. I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? And the weather. I'm
Hey,
like,
Google,
Mass
are
shooting
we-
in Cairo,
the
and you're
fu-
like,
it's
oh,
the
dude.
fucking future.
It's like, "Hey Google, are we at war yet?" No. Okay.
No,
All right.
no.
All right.
Okay, just one of these days I'm gonna wake up.
One
and
of these days.
War never
Fucking-
changes. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm 1 or 2 devices away.
And about a Christmas tree.
Oh, really? Did you get a real one or a fake one?
Fake.
Really?
I don't want to do
Charlie
a real.
Brown ass.
I like
Christmas
I
tree.
like the fake trees.
Pre-lit $30 Target. Thanks for saying.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like the pre-lit tree, the pre-made trees or whatever that you pull out of a box. But it's just like I feel like after like 2 or 3
I
years,
was gonna
it's
say
just like,
trees are pre-made.
okay, all right. I feel like after 2 or 3 iterations,
He ain't wrong.
after that, it just become. I've really gotten like super bad about the way we do Christmas. It's like, okay, all the Christmas shit, throw it away, because half the shit I'm not gonna find again. And
I'm trying to remember how we did Christmas when I was living. Did we even get a tree when I was living with you? Did we,
I
did
think we
we-
had a little tree.
Did we give a fuck?
I don't remember. I
I
think
think we
had a
just
little tree.
crammed shit on that.
I don't know. It's
table.
been years I've had a tree in
Yeah,
my
probably.
house, so I bought.
Yeah,
a
we had a
tree.
little table tree. I think.
Yeah.
I like a little table tree, like a little one, or especially one like.
I like
what
the smell of a tree.
I used to like.
I bought pine sticks and just shoved it in there. I was like,
Oh,
all right, it
nice,
smells
nice.
like pine.
That's a good idea.
I like
Yeah.
a real tree, but I don't like the cost of a real tree.
Nope.
I got a cat.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I don't want to deal with sap. I don't want to deal with bugs. Bugs. Those trees bring ticks. Like,
I
no,
saw.
I don't want any of that shit in my house.
I saw a funny thing on Reddit where this guy was like,
Like, yeah.
me and my
Get old and die.
And then pine needles everywhere. You have to vacuum and broom every goddamn day.
yeah
Dog eats the water, gets sick, shits the floor.
yeah
Damn.
this person's like, me and my partner, we have a Christmas tradition of just picking the ugliest tree we can find,
Nice.
and they're like, it's $10. they
Trying to get
they
the
showed
lowest,
the tree.
the
There was the
lowest.
ugly
Yeah.
fucking
You
tree.
want to get
It
a
was-
good tree?
It was like
It's just a
a
bush.
zigzag. It was a zigzag.
Get yourself an axe from Lowe's.
Oh,
Wait
no.
till 3 o'clock in the morning. Just drive it.
Yeah, just drive
Just
around.
What?
Chop
No.
just chop the nearest
No,
tree you
just
gotta find.
get a pair of hedge clippers and go to Walmart when it's
So like,
and then
there was
steal
a-
one when someone's inside buying dumb shit.
there was that 70s show episode that was about that.
Yeah.
Where Eric and Hyde and
That does not taste good.
Ashton Kutcher, what was his character? Kelso.
Kelso, yeah.
They went off on like the highway and like cut down a tree, and then like later the cops were like, yeah, you can't do that.
That's what's replaced
And they-
Scrubs in the middle of the
And
day.
they took good. So that 70 show's better than Scrubs. I like Scrubs a lot too, but
I love Scrubs. That show's garbage. The only saving grace of that show is Red.
Yeah, but like Red's like better than.
But he's not in every episode.
Yes, he is.
Not in every
He's
episode.
like in every episode,
Almost every episode.
and not the only saving.
I
grace.
get Dr. Kelso in every goddamn episode.
No, but you also sometimes get fucking Tommy Chong in there
Oof.
Yeah,
as Leo. You know.
Bro, man.
Yeah. Whoa. I like Hyde a lot too.
Hyde's dumb to me. I've never liked Hyde's character.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're straying. Go.
I mean, like we were
All
just
right, welcome
talking
to
about-
that 70 Shows podcast.
Yeah,
where we
so-
talk about that 70
I
Shows.
mean, we could do
Donna,
that.
10 out of 10 will get it.
Mm.
Mila Kunis doesn't even get the scale. That's it.
She's
Oh,
16
really?
at the beginning.
Yeah, she's
You
can't-
I
you
think
can't
she
do it.
might-
You
I
gotta-
think she was 14.
You got. That's what I'm saying. You got to wait.
She lied about her age.
You got to
Yeah,
wait.
no.
Like the
All right.
end of that 70 show, you're like,
Uh,
I mean, cool is looking good, but the
the-
beginning, you're like
Anyone have any other ventures? Like
That's
cute,
other
like a
than that?
puppy at the beginning of it. Not like,
I
No
got
other
nothing.
ventures. So
That's
we're gonna
about
go
it.
in the fuck you've been playing.
oh shit.
I mean, I want to save Star Wars because we can that just goes right into the news. So
All right, well,
I played and beat Star Wars.
me too.
Took me 2 days.
Took
2 days.
Yeah, it took me 5 hours.
I played the first chapter
in
and
one sitting.
the prologue or the first
the
chapter?
prologue, and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Prologue.
I beat that
I
game
was
in
sleep
one
deprived.
one
My
sitting.
God, I need to go to sleep.
You don't need to go to sleep. Play Star Wars.
No, I gotta be up at 6 in the morning tomorrow too. So
Play
no,
Star Wars now.
no, I'm good.
Yeah,
You can play it on the podcast and beat it.
you can just pass.
I think it's worth playing just for the campaign. Like, I mean, we can talk
All
a
right,
little bit
opening
about
up the charity stream. Gonna play Star Wars Battlefront 2.
All right.
Pay me to stop playing. Save my life.
No one's gonna. No one's
You've
gonna.
seen
No,
all those,
no one
you've seen
bids.
all those pictures of people like taking pictures of the Best Buy.
the
displays.
displays where it's full.
They're like, "Good job, guys.
Yeah,
You're,
it's
you're really
full.
sticking it to
Yeah.
EA." It's like you understand the game's still selling pretty well,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it
Like,
is selling pretty well.
It's fine. Did you? Did anyone else play anything else? Like, as I played Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
it's not
I
me.
played 2 days. I think it was so stupid.
I mean, it's Animal Crossing on the phone.
Have you seen Swery on Twitter? What he
No.
posted? He's like, "Oh, makes good prisons." And he made prisons for all his furniture.
Jeez.
Everyone's just locked up, sitting down on a chair.
Jeez.
I'm like, "Oh, this is so
man.
good." And
Yeah.
they're making cults where they worship lamps.
It was interesting. Like I mean, it's basically Animal Crossing. If you haven't played it, you have a campsite and
Listen,
you
I
make
don't-
animal friends. And they
I don't know what this is
request
supposed to
stupid
teach
things for you.
children about friendship, but if you invite someone over and they ask you to buy a chair for them,
Hey.
you tell them to fuck off.
One of them
You
was
don't,
like,
you don't buy a goddamn sofa for them.
yeah, one of them was like, yeah, I'm not coming over unless you have like a place for me to take a nap. I was like, okay, I mean,
Alright.
there's a couch there.
All right, don't go. Stay home.
So I mean, I guess we could talk about like it's free to start, free to play. The monetary transaction comes in from the Leaf tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf tickets are the disposable form of credit you can use to speed up the progression of the game, or you can use it to buy special items.
Or you
like-
can waste 250 tickets and buy Tom Nook or Slider.
I mean, you get 250 tickets in like the first day and a half of playing.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb to cost so goddamn much. bro.
Right, and then like I've been playing however many days it's been out, and I've gotten like I'm back up to almost 100. So like, and you have the first 45 days to get both of them. So,
I stopped playing.
it
It did make people go back to Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mean,
I
like,
see a
there's
bunch of
there's
people-
A lot of people booted up their shit again.
Yeah.
Like I've been seeing a lot of
So-
pictures.
I definitely I like it.
The camp thing is there,
Really?
like in New Leaf.
That's been there. Yeah, that was a part of the thing they added.
Yeah, so
later.
they're like, why the fuck would I play New Leaf? I could just play this.
It offers a different thing because it's more about building
No, it's not.
your
it's-
campsite to accommodate meeting friends and doing the chores they want you to do, which is catching bugs or picking fruit or
I'm good, homie.
I don't remember the other things. And then like each day there's different items
I'm
that you
good,
can buy in the
fam.
shop. There's a multiplayer gym thing where you can go get not like
Are the llamas still there?
I
play-
haven't encountered
yeah, they
llamas
are.
yet.
They're the one that make the furniture.
Oh yeah, they are. He's right. They make the furniture.
Cyrus and whatever the other girl's name. is.
Cyrus the Virus.
That's it.
He's gonna fucking bigger than Jesus. It's from Con Air.
Oh yeah, I just got that.
What else is in there? I mean, one of the Nooklings is over there selling like you can buy like all kinds of weird furniture, and then Kix is there selling shoes and stuff, and then the other one is there. Tom Nook not there, like, but
I'm saying you could buy him.
yeah, you can get him to you can buy him to show up.
You
And
can buy
he's-
KK Stump or KK
Yeah,
Slider
yeah.
will show up, or Tom's
yeah,
something. I don't know.
I think he's a couch or something. I don't know. And
This
then
fucking what's it called? A loan shark.
yeah, so the whole thing is like you're gonna upgrade your van instead of your house or your camper. Excuse me, not your van.
Someone made Guy Fieri.
Oh yeah.
Fire on their fucking RV.
so
That RV's going to Flavor
so
Town.
Well, it's like, what's up, guys? Going to dinners and diners and villagers.
the weird thing was like I picked the one of the characters wanted me to make a cool tent, so I made the cool tent, and it has like it's black with flames going up the side. I'm like, oh yeah, of course that's the cool tent.
That's so cool.
And then I mean the last thing I'll say about it is like when you go into the paid currency thing, like the best value is Tom Nook sitting in a bathtub full of the fucking the Leaf tickets. Like, so if you can just imagine a little raccoon, and it's just pretty fun. I mean, like if you want your Animal Crossing fix and you don't want to play the 3DS version that's superior, You can do this. You know?
You can play the clearly inferior version on your phone for free.
I mean, you know,
The other one costs money. Of course, it's better. What do you want? Like, that's how it works.
yeah. So, I mean, the price is right, and or if you just like want to not feel guilty about not taking care of your town, like these people don't care, and then like it's you know, it's a little because of the way the previous game worked. It's meant to be played in short bursts. This kind of works out to be like similar and the same. So,
Yeah.
What else did I play?
I played Odyssey a little bit more.
Oh yeah. How's that going for you?
Up to 780 moons.
Jeez, dude.
You got that skeleton suit yet?
Nah,
Really?
I'll buy it eventually. I have to farm gold, and farming gold's kind of like a tedious.
Just don't die.
bullshit. Yeah, no.
Don't buy any Luigi.
Get someone to the weird ass fucking levels that like.
Yeah, I know. There should be like a gold repository. Like, well, let me pull them behind these gold, so I don't die.
I should be able to trade in moons for gold.
There you go.
And then just buy it later when I'm done.
I already beat the game. It's fine. Who cares? I kind of.
Did you beat the darker
No, I
side of
haven't
the moon?
gotten
Then
that.
you haven't
I
beat the
haven't got that
game,
yet.
fucker.
I lent my Switch to somebody. It was a little kid. What? Sick little kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's on a tether. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. But remember, it was the one kid that wanted us to play Minecraft, and we sucked at it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kid was cool.
All right. So what else we got going on? I mean, I guess we can talk about Star Wars, and then we'll loop it in the news if no one else played anything. So Star Wars prologue.
Meh. I know I gotta play more, but I just don't care for cooldowns in my action platform.
I'm gonna try to avoid spoiling it for you, Alf.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't. Who gives a shit?
I mean,
Does she turn from the dark side to the light? Like she becomes a rebel? Is that what it is?
Did you write this game?
Yeah, I wrote the game.
So the thing is, you're playing as a.
Say your name.
Iden Versio, right? That
You're
sounds
pretty
right.
close.
Versio. Who cares?
I can't pronounce
Star
it.
Wars name. Yeah.
Anyway, the nice thing is they mocap the actress
The shit out of her.
and she
Holy
looks amazing.
crap.
Now she looks great.
except for like the one or two times when she doesn't look whatever.
I didn't catch
her
those.
buddy Dell. Like
At least she's not massive.
he's got like a big face. He's like, it's me, Dell.
I think they all look fantastic in the face.
I
the
mean,
game looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
like,
it looks really
just,
good. So
listen, don't give the developers bullshit. They fucking worked extra
Well,
super hard on a game that just looks amazing. It's someone in corporate that fucked
Right,
up the
so
game. That's all you gotta yell at.
Here's the deal with Star Wars Battlefront 2. One, when you make a Star Wars game, especially in the set universe that they have, you already have schematics on how X-Wings look, how the planets look. You know, you have all this reference material and all this source. So
It's fucking endless.
you don't have, there's not a lot of room. You either nail it or you mess it up, right? And they, of course, nailed it. And then you get the access to the sound files. You know, they have the master files for what a blaster sounds like, for what a stormtrooper sounds like, what the doors opening sounds like, all that stuff. They have all those files. So you can very easily nail that stuff. So it's not, I don't want to take away from the hard work that was put on that, because it looks good, and it looks good in 1080p. I imagine it looks good in 4K, and it sounds great, and everything, you know, the play is mostly solid, like the way it plays. Like it doesn't feel like
It's fine. Yeah.
you don't feel like the game. You can go between third person and first person shooting, and it doesn't feel sloppy. Like it doesn't feel like
Yeah, I did that once by accident.
Mhm.
Like, because I was playing the whole game in first person, and I went to third person. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool," because it's like
because you can peek around corners.
Well,
and
it's
you
like the
cheat.
old one.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, "That's kind of neat." And then like I got tired of it and went back to first person like almost immediately, just because of like the way the game mechanics work. Like,
there's
it's
some
just
of
better in
the
first
some of the
person.
heroes you have to play in third person.
Yeah.
So
The lightsaber wielding characters are all in third person, whereas because it would be weird if it was in first person.
lightsabers. So that's kind of one of the like one of the things is without being super spoiler about who you can play as and who you can't. If they like, you can, some of the times you're like, okay, well they made this asset for multiplayer, and they already have the asset made. They're going to use it in single player somehow. So
Mostly,
yeah. So
some of the characters that you think would be like up in there are just
right, you don't see them. You don't know. So it's kind of interesting, and like as far as the story goes, it's. I don't mean to be mean, because it's a canonical story, and that's important. And this picks up immediately. I'm talking about the minute The minute the Death Star blows up in Return of the Jedi.
Actually, like slightly before
Right,
that. But
right.
But yeah.
You see it happen from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And so you get an interesting kind of perspective and a different take on what's happening in the Star Wars universe.
I'm just gonna spoil it. All right, listen. Look, and the Death Star blows up. Emperor's dead.
The Death Star blows up?
Right. No, wait. You find out that the Emperor is a pawn to the true fucking Dark Lord Sith, which is Jar Jar. He was never dead. He was alive all along.
Okay, all right.
And he was doing everything.
That's
He used to run into Empire. Yeah.
I mean,
do you fucking subscribe to that?
So
idea
that's kind of
Jar Jar's the Dark.
I've seen that.
It's really like read about it. I'm like,
Yeah, indoctrination theory.
That makes a lot of sense.
So
It's dumb, but it makes sense. Go ahead.
The certain things are happening that you don't know about, like what happens when the Emperor is dead. What's the protocol? How did the Empire stay in power?
Eject.
How did the Empire stay in power when
Artillery.
Palpatine's gone and Vader's gone? Like what kept things going?
I genuinely think that this feels like the first trilogy. Like, I mean, the 76 to 87 or whatever the years were. Like the story feels very old Star Wars. And like it feels familiar, and it's like,
is Tarkin alive?
No,
he blew up
Admiral
the Death Star.
Tarkin. No, you don't.
dead.
Well, I mean, you don't see him because
he's
like
dead.
this takes place
dead.
after.
I don't know if they CGI'd him from the Great Beyond again. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know, but we also whatever. So like, I feel like that because like a lot of the things that like quote unquote make Star Wars fans unhappy are not touched on. Like there's no fucking pod racing. There's no young Anakin. There's no Gungans. There's no Metachlorians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they took like they chose this place in the Star Wars history that feels like home.
Yeah. There's definitely like there's only a couple things that happen in there, and you kind of question, shake your head, and they actually address it. Like at one point, they're like, "Well, why would you do this?" And then and the character says, "Well, this is this and this."
Oh, are you?
When you're on Naboo.
Oh, okay,
Lubu.
Sure.
And you meet the general there, and they explain to you why.
So, I really want to talk about one thing, but it does kind of spoil one of the characters that you get to play as. Do you think it's worth talking about?
I mean,
most people are boycotting this game anyways. So like,
go. I mean, we can go for it.
How's Han Solo's beard look?
Look bad.
Fucking, I thought it looked dope. I thought it looked cool.
That character model is. You could tell someone like Harrison Ford's reps and over and over. Don't you do it? 90%.
Yep.
90%. You can have
90%. Get fucking put a beard on it.
Put a beard on him.
Put a beard on him.
Put a beard.
Take the fucking earring off of him. Don't you have him wearing that fucking earring? He said he regrets it.
Yeah.
Is the voice?
No, it's the only person who reprises their voice is Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
And he at some points he nails it. At some points he nails it.
So now that you've spoiled that he's in the game.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
no, but like, holy shit, Lando's so broken.
He's dope,
dude. He's
real
so
dope.
broken. So like, if you just zoom with his pistol, like you have a thermal vision, like you can see, like, and then like his other ability is to throw like a smoke cloud. So like he just like smoke clouds the whole room, and then you could just still see them through the scope.
Well, so the interesting thing about that, this is one of the
this deal's getting good every time.
So this is
better.
This is one of the things to talk about why it's good, is because like when you do that, the thermals on the pistol lights up like it's supposed to.
Yeah,
as a thermal weapon, and like everything you can see it cooling down, and you can see like different vents and things that are heating up in the thermal vision.
So,
and stuff like that.
So does he sound like Lando?
It's Billy D. Williams, so it's Lando.
It's not very old.
No, there's a couple.
No.
There's a couple lines that he tries to deliver where he sounds kind of like old, and you're like, okay, you guys probably should have taken another take at that, but for the video game, and you got Billy D. Williams, so I didn't want to spoil that he was in there. I was just like,
no, it's fine.
He's a hero.
First off, no one's upset.
No one's listening to this.
They're upset. That
I already knew he was in it. I just watched the stream.
They're more upset that we played the game. That we're like real talk.
It's fine. $35 is fine.
Yeah.
So what? They got Robot Chicken Han Solo?
Yeah, basically. I mean, if we want to talk about who's voicing who, I'm really disappointed that Matt Mercer voices Luke, and like he delivers a couple lines. They're like, oh, that's really good, and then he delivers a couple, and you're like, whoever wrote this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, and your delivery of it is terrible.
Yeah.
Like the line's bad, and your reading of it's bad.
So
Womp rats.
Now that you're
like, oh, I now know why I'm here, and you're like, what? Did you just read that? Like someone wrote it on a piece of paper?
Up until that, so like when Del goes to the planet to find the Emperor's
the Emperor's new groove. Yeah.
And Luke goes there to like shuffle with the whatever.
Yeah. That was good. I think that was a good story.
That like couple of scenes where like he's so Luke. And like that first scene where he's like he just mows down those stormtroopers, and then he like Del is like, well, why didn't you kill me?
Yeah.
And like Luke's like, you offered me a choice.
Yeah.
Like none of those other guys offered me a choice.
No, it totally. That was a good scene.
So that feels so Luke Skywalker.
It's a good scene and it's well written and it's a good, you know what I'm saying, a good moment.
Granted, when they get into that the vault, like it kind of like he's like,
totally
I know why I'm here now.
Yeah.
It was like
you're like this is hokey. Yeah, and like.
I know why I'm here. It's high
and then
noon.
Oh, high noon. Have you not seen that?
No, it's fucking stupid. And I love it.
It's genius.
Oh, high noon.
So the
high noon.
Yeah. All you did was put fucking Wyso's stupid face on McCree.
I didn't alt. It's not fair. I didn't alt. It's so good. I like it. I still want to see that movie too.
But yeah.
Oh, the disaster. It looks fucking fantastic.
Looks good.
All right. So the more positives. The
I don't play the prologue. It looks beautiful there.
The
looks great. Handles great.
If you're gonna sit up like that, tilt your camera up a little bit now.
Oh shit.
There you go. All right. So if the ship battles, the intergalactic ship battles, I love them. They're great.
They handle like fucking butter.
I was telling that to Joey, like if they just released a game with the starfighting dogfights,
and
I'd
like
buy it in a fucking heartbeat.
So good.
So like when you go back to the source material of Battlefront 2, those space battles feel like garbage.
Right.
And I always skip them because I hated how they control.
No, these are fine. The only thing I don't
like these are much better.
There's
much tighter. And
they have a
control.
little bit of Rogue Squadron.
There's two complaints.
Those are always good.
There's a little feeling to them.
There's two complaints I have. One is the ships have like an autocorrect where you'll turn back to level off to what should be.
I think you can turn that off.
Okay, I didn't know, but it was just like it would slowly drift back into like. Yeah. Oh, well, this is up and this is down.
Yeah.
And so the controls are not inverted; they're normal.
Yeah.
But when you go upside down, like if you turn upside down to do a flip,
you invert yourself,
then they invert, and you're like, no, the controls don't work like that. Yeah. Like they should still be the same.
I do one thing that I was really keen on. I don't know if everybody has this, but like when you're shooting at something, it gives you the
lead shot. Yes,
like
that
it
is
shows
amazing.
you where you should be shooting.
It's like, yo, shoot here to blow this up, you idiot.
And like I was like, okay,
yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty helpful.
That really helps me.
And it makes sense that would be something that an advanced
your targeting thing should do that. Yeah,
right, exactly. So it doesn't feel like it's breaking the game.
Yeah. I clipped into a bunch of shit. Holy crap! I'm just like flying, and then like I just hit a thing and blow up.
Yeah, you're like that was one of the things with the auto. That's how I discovered the autocorrect, because I was like, I'm gonna make this turn. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and it's not like Rogue Squadron where it'll give you a buffer of like bonk. Oh, I bonked into it. It's okay. It's like nope, you ate it.
R2, where were you?
I didn't like. There was one level. There was one level where you go between space. When you go between starfighter to land like too many times.
Right.
I was like, oh, this feels bad.
Yeah.
Overall, how many wizards would you give it?
How many wizards?
A full wizard.
I get a half a Kenobi.
This is like a space wizard, yeah.
Except for half a Maul, but half a Kenobi sounds really good.
I mean, like, you know, I mean, digging into the multiplayer.
I'll give it one wizard and half a space angel.
I'm gonna say, like, you know, digging into the multiplayer and digging into the, you know, the loot crates and all that stuff is garbage. And
I'm gonna give it one original Ghost Anakin. None of that special edition. Sorry for cutting you off.
One angry Vader. No.
You're gonna give it 3 high grounds?
3 high grounds.
You know what's the best thing about that no? Like I do that no a lot. It just in terms of my life, like I just go like no, like when things are and my roommate was like, you're really over dramatizing the no, and I'm like, I am not at all.
That's how he
dramatizing. If anything, I'm downplaying it.
Yeah.
And he didn't believe me, so I loaded that shit up. Blew that man's mind, because obviously you watch that film once, you go, "What a stinker," and then you fucking move on.
But no, you watch all the bad lines. I mean, like, you know, the multiplayer itself plays okay.
I played one
It
round.
plays
Got
okay.
juked. Oh my god, I got juked.
I got
plays
so
okay.
I played the beta. Some guy wiped my ass with the fucking Starfighters, and I'm like, I'm done.
Right. Okay, but
Saw that he had platinum tier cards. I'm like, out.
the game.
What about this kiddo? No.
The gameplay is okay, but the star cards and the low pittance of credits you get, and the low pittance of crafting parts you get when you get crates.
Joey, tell him about the rubber band technique.
You saw that, Alf?
No.
So you know how in Guitar Hero you just tape down the green button and you don't even fucking care?
Yeah.
You can do that in this game too.
So people have been taking rubber bands and looping them on the analog sticks and pulling them in different directions, looping the rubber bands around the L and R, and just going into an open match and just letting it just sit there so they just spin around in circles so they don't AFK.
It doesn't idle you out, so you just are in part of matches, so the match ends and the next one
You
goes.
get your 200,
Oh
100. So
you just,
but that's
you
the
just
problem.
leave your shit on.
So that's the problem. Is like
Half your team's doing that.
right. So these galactic battles take an hour and a half.
It's just one guy just jerking off over there. Fucking
Right. It doesn't matter that guy's over there jerking off because the match takes an hour and a half, and if you participate and win, you get 200 credits.
Yeah.
That guy who's sitting there not doing anything and like watching,
Same 200 credits.
he's not getting 200, but he's getting like 100
Yeah.
just for participating. You're like, oh, I'm working now, and that's the problem.
All that hard work, stupid.
So you're spending like 20 minutes to get 100 credits, and it takes 4,000 credits to get the best crate. So
That's why you played Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
yeah, exactly. He's like, hey. Oh,
Still
my
spinning?
shit.
Still
Oh,
spinning.
fuck, my batteries died. Oh, well, I probably lost like 300 credits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know,
Holy fucking moly.
I mean, like, you know, there's got to be, like, you can fix the price of the crates.
You cannot just play the game.
Like, you know, obviously, like, for people, like, I didn't, like, you know, it's hard to convey until you actually see it in action how bad it is. The actual progression is randomized. And you could get a crate where you get emotes, poses, and crafting parts, and none of that is good for anything. Like the crafting parts, you'll get what, like 5 or 10 craft. You get such a small amount of crafting points where you're like, oh well, I need 40 and I got 5.
4 equal installments of 1/4 of a pittance.
Yeah.
What's that giant ass fucking first person shooter? Mag? Is it called?
Yeah,
Mag?
Mag.
Just copy that game.
So and then like
Star Wars.
and
Mag.
Star Wars Mag. That's it.
like, you know, I feel they obviously EA, you know, this is stepping into the news a little bit. You know, the literal last. What the fuck was that?
The hell was that?
We about to die?
I heard a ding.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know where my phone is, so
Oh, that could be it.
maybe that's my phone.
Ding, fries
no,
are
you're fine,
done.
you're fine.
Ding, fries are done.
Nice. The literal last minute before the game came out, EA and DICE announced that they were removing the ability to temporarily removing the ability to spend in-game, spend real money for in-game stuff.
Italicize bold.
So, you know,
Quotes.
Yeah, it's like
they don't italicize removing, or they quote removing. we're removing.
So
jerks.
it definitely you can feel the hit of that. You have no way to progress other than playing the game shittily, you know, in a shitty form, and it's bad. And I mean, the gameplay is okay, but the gameplay, there's the reward structure has been removed because all the rewards are tied up in crates, and the crates are too expensive and don't offer enough stuff.
So
and then the people who paid and got ahead are already ahead of you.
let's look at a game with progression that makes sense. And I hate to keep going back.
Are you
to
talking about
Overwatch.
Call of Duty?
No, Overwatch.
Overwatch, baby.
Call of Duty has good
so
progression.
It does actually. Like the few Call of Duty games that I played a fair
Halo
amount.
had
like,
okay progression.
It does too, yeah. But so Overwatch at a certain point, they
the
go, okay, well now you need 20,000 XP to level.
Mhm.
That's every level though,
Right?
It doesn't go up anymore after that. So like
And XP is like really
once you get to the point where you
really
need
fair.
20,000 experience to level,
Mhm.
it takes like what would you say, like 4 or 5 matches to level?
about so.
If you win, maybe less. If you're in a group and you win, maybe less, because you get 20% for being in a group. You get consecutive battle points, and you get consecutive wins.
I think you get more for random heroes. I think.
So like they incentivize you for
Yeah.
diversifying
Yeah.
the way you play. That's clearly the way you should handle things. and it makes sense, and it is
that's
intriguing
because
to
progression
play.
in that game is just
It's linked
the
to
number,
like nothing.
is your number going up.
Yeah, but I don't get
Well,
a
but
card
it's
that
also
enhances Zarya's fucking graviton.
That's what I'm
like,
saying though. Is like the progression
shouldn't be in the
progression
game.
in Battlefront
It shouldn't be in the game. I get what you're saying.
I don't think this strong of a progression system should be in the game. Like when you look at Kyle and I were talking about this the other day. When you look at Injustice 2, they have the cosmetics that you unlock and open that, you know, it does the same thing, but it's not like 20%. It's like 2.5%. And then you can play matches where you're like, yeah, that stuff's just cosmetic. We're not turning any of that on.
That'd be good too.
You know? But you're always getting something in that game.
I feel like if you're playing
this game, you're not getting anything.
If you're playing against computers, then like sure, like fucking buff the shit out.
Yeah,
like,
buff the shit out of my character.
Like,
yeah, I don't give a
like,
fuck.
if you're playing against another player, then Halo handles it perfect.
Yeah,
everyone's on the same exact level.
Yeah,
no matter what you do, if you pick up the sniper rifle, it's the same exact gun in my hands as it is in his hands.
Right. So is Destiny. Light levels don't matter in Destiny.
And that was kind of the interesting thing where Call of Duty did it. They take it a different direction, but they do it kind of the right way where you can spec into different classes and different things where you get different guns.
But those are still available.
But they're
to
right. And if you drop your gun, someone else can pick it up.
Yeah, like
and you know your perks are kind of spent out.
It's not something that's like out of your reach because you didn't
spend money or play, or you just didn't. You spend the money and you didn't roll a dice and get what you wanted.
Yeah,
you rolled the dice on $90 and you didn't get what you wanted. You're like, oh, I got this hero card. I'm gonna buy Vader. I'm gonna buy Luke. Those are my two favorites. And I'm gonna buy one other guy, and then you buy the $90 box, and all you get are cards for Bosk, Boba Fett, and Chewie.
Yeah,
and you're like, you're like, okay, well, I can't turn these into craft. These aren't spares, so I can't turn them into crafting parts. So I have to like hope that the other ones I have to keep re-rolling and get to the crafting parts that I want to get the cards that I want to upgrade the cards. You know, it's what really
stupid system.
I mean, there's a fair way to compensate for all that. Don't play it.
Right. I mean, like, you know,
that's it.
I'm gonna play.
See, that's the
you're
issue.
Giving them downloads. You're giving them gameplay time. Like you give them stats to be like, oh, look at this game. It's making it.
But like I understand that mentality, and believe me, I support that mentality because before they announced that they weren't gonna, like, you can ask Joey. I went to GameStop and I canceled my pre-order.
Yeah.
And I had the $85 one that was going to let me play 3 days early. Like, I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to support these people. And then when they were like, okay, we've redacted. They dropped the loot box thing. And like, I was like, okay, I'm back on board. I'll try it. But I don't know. Like, it's just like
the gameplay shows that like that they were very much tied to this. I tied everything to this idea of the loot boxes. And they say they're working on ways to fix it. You know, I feel like if you just like tied up a loot box, it's like, okay, we're taking the cosmetics out, and you're definitely going to get certain items that you need.
The other issue is like, and like I said, I definitely support your idea of not dealing with EA's bullshit. But where else in the market are you going to get your fix for a Star Wars flavored video game?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is EA is the exclusive licensee.
Don't mind me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
there's a Star Wars app game that actually people have been going crazy for.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Like, there's no like,
Galaxy of Heroes. People have been
like like Swoder's gone, and you know.
Yeah. Well.
Ew, gross. No, it's not Galaxy of Heroes. Oh, that's gross.
Are you talking about the card one?
I've been
talking about Destiny.
That was some fighting thing. Like
I've been getting like weird advertisements for some South Park phone game.
RPG kind of
Phone Destroyer.
I guess
it's kind of like a faux card game. It's
I
played that.
I don't know. Wait, this game's good. There's a Rancor in it. Defeat the Rancor.
I forgot to talk about it.
I like it.
I'm
back on board.
You're like, I hate Rancors. You get to kill one in this game. I'm in.
I'm back.
I haven't hit the pay us money wall yet, but
also you can play Lego Star Wars. There you go.
I'm only playing like a level a day. So.
No, you can't. There's no Lego Star Wars on current gen consoles, is there?
There is a new one, The Force Awakens. Yes.
And there's also gonna be a new one for the Jedi.
It was on Black Friday on sale, but I couldn't find anywhere that had it. Like it was all sold out.
All right, fair
they might have had like 4
Knights of the Republic. You could play the old MMO Republic.
No,
you can.
I mean, I said no to Knights of the Old Republic. It's not.
I said no.
I said no.
I mean, you can download N64 emulator and play it on.
Oh my god! Wait, speaking of N64,
okay, go ahead.
Did you play that 60 frames per second GoldenEye?
No.
That's so good.
Oh no.
Mouse and keyboard support.
Oh well,
that's so good. They get rid of the fog too. You're like, this game's broken. Shot.
All right.
Look up video.
Oof. I want to finish up on Battlefront 2. So The ending,
Oh,
I'm happy about it in the way what they did, but I'm also disappointed because I don't know what they're like. That feels like a thing that like.
Yeah, what's your exit strategy?
Yeah, like oh, now what? You
Yeah.
guys really fucked this.
Yeah.
So you
We'll all
know,
come back for Battlefront 3.
Yeah. I don't know.
you know, that's their that was their plan. Their plan is for a Battlefront 3.
sure that's what it is.
But I don't think they're going to do it now. So,
No.
I mean, like the other tidbits of information that you can pull out of this was like, this reached such a fever on the internet. Like, you know,
No, because all right, so EA was like trying to put out campfires everywhere. Like, oh, no, put that out. Let's answer this. Do an MMA that went horribly. Read off the script.
right? They went.
And you know what made them redact? Ring, ring.
Yeah.
Hello? You better stop fucking around.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We're sorry, sir.
Yeah, apparently
Disney stepped in and said, you better
Disney
stop that
stepped in
shit.
and like you
want the license? Stop.
They're like we want to know what is going on with one of our premier licenses.
That's exactly
Well,
what the
because
fuck
like
happened.
they don't have the same idea that EA has. You know what I mean?
So-
EA's like doesn't matter.
Right.
Any spotlight's good. And then Disney was like, so we don't know much about
Right.
Reddit, but
Well, I mean, people,
somebody said the most downvoted thing of all time.
But they
Right.
said,
Of
oh,
all time.
they said, oh shit, that boy, and then downvoted. Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Like, no.
I feel like, you know, the people we're talking to, they're going to know this. Like, you can see people were putting out the things that were equating Star Wars to gambling and loot boxes to gambling, and Luke getting kids to gamble and getting kids, you know, all this other stuff.
What
and
country doesn't need a loot boxes as gambling?
Denmark
or
or
Belgium?
Belgium that said allegedly, and then the news you can look and someone will say, well, that's not exactly what happened. But the point is like now there's a lot of people who are looking at loot box style things and saying,
it's
you
gambling.
know,
It's
what-
gambling.
Is this gambling? You know, and
Overwatch is not gambling.
and the
Kind of, if you the incentive to buy, I guess. But
it puts you in the thing of you can't get what you want immediately, and so you have to gamble on getting what you want out of random chance. And there is a way that you can spend money
we talked about this last
to
time.
alleviate
last
it.
podcast.
I mean, like,
There's
it's a weird area.
I don't see it as a break-even gambling type deal.
It's really weird. It's where each individual kind of draws a line on it. Like you can say, "Oh, that's a gray area," and that's kind of true. But yeah, I will tell everyone, I'm going to stand by my statement that I said before on Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's a solid rental. You know, rent it. That'll or borrow it from a friend.
I mean, if you Black Friday bought it, maybe.
If it's on $20,
Because then fucking EA didn't get their whole chunk.
It was still
campaigns
$39. Fuck that.
campaign's worth $20.
Yeah,
what
campaign's
I give
definitely
it.
worth.
That's
20.
what I'll give it, yeah.
Campaign's probably worth $20.
$20.
The Galactic Star battles, if
Those
you
are
get
really
into a
good.
match that isn't like fucking someone with a bunch of bullshit or people fucking AFKing, it's a really fun gameplay. Heroes versus villains is really fun.
That should be a server where none of the perks actually activate.
That might be the thing. If you just
Yeah,
like
there's a server
if you
that
just make
goes-
a game room that's like no, even a toggle.
Star cards.
Star
don't.
cards off. Star cards off. You know,
That's
it's like-
it.
Or star cards. You know, all star cards max, and they just give you all the max star cards.
They give you a perk. They give you a bunch of perks to pick from. Load up
Yeah, you pick a loadout
and then fly.
yeah,
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
max star cards.
But-
Pick a loadout. You know,
Guy, little Jimmy that just got Battlefront 2 for Christmas, and then fucking neckbeard here fucking just spent $500 and has, I got the Platinum Millennium Falcon. Like, no, little Jimmy's gonna be like, well, fuck this game.
yeah. So
I'm gonna jerk it.
great.
two questions.
Nope. Moving on.
Answer
So
is yes.
speaking of Disney coming down on high on video games, did you guys see Marvel Heroes is being closed at the end of the year? Was
Yep.
the original announcement, and then
Dang, I didn't buy a damn character pack.
and then
Not one.
so for those of you who aren't not familiar with Marvel Heroes, it was originally a PC game, Diablo clone,
Mhm.
where you could play as different Marvel heroes. You know, do little isometric third person gameplay missions, collecting different gear, upgrading your characters, getting different characters. It was free to play.
Team up attacks.
Right. It was free to play, but you had to spend money on characters or cards, or I don't remember. I know you had to buy characters, but I don't remember.
you can
what
buy
other
character
registers.
packs like the fucking
Yeah.
Guardians.
So I played it when it was in a beta. I
got the free one.
360.
I
yeah.
maxed out a Cyclops and I maxed out a Ghost Rider. And I was like, this is
I
dumb.
played it and I was like, oh, this is very free to play and very.
Yeah, it's very free to play.
I was like, I'm not really interested in that, so I didn't play it. But so they announced that they were going to stop the game at the end of the year, and then right as Thanksgiving was rolling around, they're like, yeah, we're we're shutting the game down now.
Oh wow, it's gone.
So it's gone. This game is shut down now. So so here's the interesting thing.
My tentative plans to play that game.
I'm so fucking glad I didn't spend one cent on that.
So check it out. So
because I wanted to buy Deadpool
on PC, it's been out for several years. So the PC crowd are kind of like screwed, but this only came out during the summer for Xbox One and PS4. So a lot of people were like, fuck you, I spent $20 on this game last week to buy Squirrel Girl, or whatever.
First off,
people like Squirrel Girl. So
Joey, 2 questions.
I like squirrels. I like
Earl of Squirrel.
So people are
pop that.
Those hard P's, man.
People are coming out and complaining about, of course, I spent money on this, I'm going to get my money back. And then, like, well, some people were like, well, at least I get to play till the end of the year, and then they can't play at all. So Xbox has started issuing refunds. They haven't said yet whether they're issuing refunds out of their own pocket or whether they're issuing refunds out of the money that's supposed to go to the developer. But it's certainly an interesting thing, and it's another instance of, it was really weird how it happened. It was just a press release that Disney put out saying that they were severing ties with the developer Gazillion. Was it Gazillionaire?
Sure. Sounds like a rapper.
Right. So that's kind of how that came out, and then they just closed up shop after.
I mean, to play devil's advocate, no one put a gun to their head to buy any of the characters.
Right, but I mean, like, if you bought something under the impression that it was good, like, oh, this has been out for 2 years, it looks like it's gonna be around for a while, I'm gonna have fun.
So they weren't aware of the whole, like, we'll support the game to the end of the year.
I'm just saying,
if you were aware and you spent money,
up until before,
you have no right to fucking complain.
Up until earlier this week.
Okay.
People were not aware that it was going to end.
Because if you were aware of that and spent $20 on character packs, you kind of asked for it.
It basically went Monday. They announced they were ending the ties and closing at the end of the year, and then Wednesday/Thursday they're like, no, it's closing on Friday.
I mean, it's a shitty circumstance, but games close all the time, like.
Right, but this has only been out a couple months.
I mean,
since the summer,
it happens. Like, you spend money on it. Like, all the Skylanders. Stop supporting it.
It always happens to someone.
Hey, no one put a gun to you to collect them all. You just did it on your own accord. That's just me playing devil's advocate there. Like,
right, of course. I mean,
I can see.
Joe, how many Drobots you got?
I got like 6 or 7 Drobots. You need a Drobot?
College boy, I got a Drobot.
What about Volcano? I need Volcano.
Volcano? I got you.
I got you.
And Ninjini.
Oh, I got Scarlet Ninjini, a regular Ninjini. I got Ninjini Mini.
Oh god,
I don't remember her name.
It's a shitty situation, but I can see where like
Ninguini.
Sorry, I mean, you spent the product on a
you spent
kind
money.
of a thing that's been on beta for years already. So
yeah, it's shitty.
It's shitty,
but I'm good on Microsoft so far for making good on it. I'm pretty.
I mean,
sure.
they don't have to. If it's coming out of their pocket, that's good on them because they don't have to do a damn thing about that.
I'd imagine there's someone.
I don't think that's nothing on Microsoft or Sony's fault.
They might be abusing some kind of thing where, like, yeah, we hold the money in escrow into your account as long as you deliver on whatever.
Possibly, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Who knows?
There has to be a loophole system to that.
So, did you guys see the Destiny 2 XP glitch? Or not XP glitch. Well, I guess it's a glitch.
Luke Cave?
No.
Luke Cave hype!
All right, so...
I'll jump back on.
So in Destiny 2...
You mean Luke Cave or Dinklebot back? I'm going back.
So in Destiny 2, players would do public events and say, hey, it says on here I got 1,000 XP, but when I check on the screen it says 1,000 XP, but when I check my actual stats, I got 750 XP.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Well, there's XP fees.
you didn't pay the. You didn't pay the. So what?
You got to open the trait that you get 100% XP.
So what was happening was people were like at the end game they're just grinding out
light levels.
They're grinding out light levels and XP to get different loot boxes for shaders and stuff, right?
Sure.
And so people were upset because loot boxes, but
fucking.
But
it's in every game.
I mean, obviously the argument can be made that you're saying you're giving people 1 XP. You're getting another XP. So eventually it came around with what Bungie had done, and they kind of poorly worded how they were fixing it. Basically, like, in Office Space, like, oh no, we fixed the glitch.
We fired people.
Or they really fired people by not paying them.
Yeah.
But basically what the system was doing was when you grinded back-to-back public events. Every time you grinded the same event, you got less and less XP for it.
Okay.
So if you're like grinding these events just to get XP, to get it's for whatever infinite reasons, they're just giving you less XP, which kind of makes sense in a way.
Diminishing returns.
Right.
Whatever.
A lot of games have done that in the past, but they weren't very upfront about it and worded it poorly when they were. So that's kind of the small of that situation. Of course, people have a right to be upset because, like I said, that XP is tied up to loot boxes and things like that, and people are feeling like if they're getting lied to about their XP and so on and so forth. And so that's kind of where that ended up at. What else do we
Fake game.
What fake game?
Fake game.
Oh no. What fake game? What are we talking?
This is Trump. Fake
Oh,
news.
fake game news.
Fake game.
I got some more fake game news. And to further stab EA in the heart, the FIFA 18 fans had a Black Friday boycott of Ultimate Team purchases. So
all 5 of them?
yeah,
No,
I know. Huge.
I know, huge.
Huge.
It's huge.
So I think that's pretty
You're gonna
interesting.
have the best Ultimate Team. Your Ultimate Team is gonna be ultimate.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because like that's where a lot of the loot box problem stems from is FIFA Ultimate Team. So
Yeah, because EA's like, we make money off this.
they make a lot of money off.
Why
FIFA
can't we
Ultimate
do it
Team.
here? It's
Yeah.
like, that's all it is.
Because nerds don't care about soccer.
Because you got a bunch of rich Argentinians and Brazilians that play soccer and buying loot, some of that crap.
Oh, excuse me.
I have a golden Messi.
Someone is spoiling. There's a rumor out there spoiling the intro to Devil May Cry 5. So you want to look at that? Look into that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was in
Dante's
production.
back, baby.
There's an interesting article on
Just Dante's old as fuck. Like in this
on
one, just-
Game Industry Biz.
Radical.
They interviewed.
he does like the stinger by like.
All right, they did an interview with the Square Enix president, Matsuda, and they asked them about Hitman and how come they gave the rights to Hitman to IO Interactive when they let him go. And he said that like he couldn't see a Hitman game without IO at the helm. That was their passion project. Oh, I spit on it again. Then that was what they were very good at, and then another studio wouldn't be able to cherish and care for the franchise as much as they had. So it's really one of those things where they're like, oh, you're like, oh wow, you get it, you understand
That's
what this
respect.
company is and what
That's
what
big
they're
respect.
doing.
I like that.
So
Why split then?
I because their investors weren't liking the return on it, and like
Yeah.
it says a lot when we have a company like Square Enix who's willing to give up the IP so that another company can take it and be successful. Where you have EA who's like, shut them down,
Buy it out, liquidate the stock.
And, hold on, I got a question from someone else.
Is it relevant?
Never.
4 inches wet.
All right.
Like what?
So if there's if you guys, I don't know if you guys watch
What's the question?
I ignored it. I was like, I'm not now, I'm on the podcast.
Oh, I thought you meant like
I thought it was
I
a
was an
podcast
audience
question.
member.
No, that's why I was like, that's why it's not relevant. So
Well, now I want to know what's the question.
they're like, what are you doing on the podcast?
All right. So what we're doing now is
All right. So
Whatever the answer is to 4 inches wet.
I know you guys don't watch as many of these gaming documentaries as I do,
Yeah, no.
no.
but there's a good one called Cloth Map, and they go to Brazil and talk about the video game gray market.
Brazil.
So there you go. Give that a look in case you've ever wondered why, like,
I'm on a roll tonight.
what another country has to deal with to play video games, and they're talking about where you have to be literally rich almost to play video games in Brazil.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Like Joey Rich?
like
rolling deep
like-
in them Xbox X's.
no, like
They had to buy 100.
they're not they're not buying 80 bags of Doritos. We'll talk about that in a minute. A Hat in Time, the ALF game of the year, is on coming to PS4 on December 6th.
About fucking time.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm happy. I'm gonna buy that shit.
Me 3.
Well, when did you get on Steam?
No.
You gonna get a console?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'm like all console right now, dog. My PC's been in my closet since the hurricane.
Did you get Steam Link
I got a
over
Steam
the
Link.
weekend? It was
I was
$5.
gonna say, everyone should have got one for $5.
Legit,
I have
was
two of them.
$5. I want. They were all out of stock, and
Yeah,
they wouldn't ship. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was thinking about buying one. Just to
you give me
fucking-
$15, you can have one of mine.
How many did you buy?
I have two
Why do you have two?
because they were $15.
But they were $5.
I bought them when they were 15. I almost bought them when they were 30, and then they would hit 15. I'm like, oh, now I gotta buy them. And then they hit 5. I'm like, I'm stupid. I should have bought them at 5.
I'm gonna buy more now and then return them.
Shit, these are only worth $5.
Like I really wanted to buy one. And fuck. I don't
mean,
know.
I'll trade you for a Google Home Mini.
That's not fair.
What? They're like 50 retail.
Google open Steam. Thank you.
I mean, you can probably find one for $5 again.
Probably.
I don't know. That's about it. Oh, the Axiom Verge thing. I almost forgot about Axiom Verge.
Ooh, yeah, it's on Switch.
Yes. So, did I send that article to you guys?
Uh-uh.
All right. So, Axiom Verge on the Switch came out. They have a what is it called? Multiverse Edition. Comes with the soundtrack and so on and so forth.
Uh-huh.
And Baby Table is happy.
So,
What controversy did it get
here
into?
is why you should buy Axiom Verge.
Oh, why I should buy?
Which Axiom Verge CEO touched another girl or something?
Here's why you should be buying it. The developer came out and said that he's like, before I go, I'd just like to take a moment and give a special shout out to the publisher Badland Games. As you may have seen elsewhere on my blog and Twitter, I try to be pretty open about my son Alistair's health situation. In short, he was born healthy, but the doctors failed to treat a routine case of jaundice during the critical period when he was just days old. The result was a lifelong condition called kernicterus that is characterized by severe neurological damage, which robbed Alistair of much of his motor control and hearing. The reason I mention this is after we decided to move forward with Badland Games as the publisher, they offered to donate 75% of their share to a special fund dedicated to Alistair's ongoing healthcare costs. They did not want to publicize it since none of us wanted to be seen as trying to use my son's suffering as a marketing tool for the game. I hope this doesn't come off that way. I just wanted to thank them for their generosity in offering that up, since it was definitely something they did not have to do.
Bro, wow.
So that is why you need to go buy a physical copy of that game.
Wow, that is...
Right? So...
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah. So...
Damn.
Right?
It's like real shit.
75%.
It's a big number.
That's a big fucking number.
So...
That's awesome.
Yeah, so good on you.
I will be buying the game on the Switch.
Good on you, Badland Games.
I'll be buying it.
So, we talk a lot about
That's
charity
really
stuff
cool.
here. So, it's something like I definitely was like, oh, geez, man.
Bring the cockles
Yeah, yeah.
of the heart. The cockles.
Get back in your cage.
Oh yeah, he was fucking grinding up all these onions. So, it's a good game. I know Kyle's not your cup of tea. You know his Metroidvanias, but that retro style might be enough to get you there and it's doing some
Mummy
good.
Demastered.
Mummy Demastered is pretty good.
A robot named Fight. There's so many good Metrovania games right now.
Yeah,
And that one, Axiom Verge, it just earned my respect and
Yeah,
so
right?
bad.
it was a good game.
That's awesome.
And I didn't like the fact that it was exclusive, but I understand that it's part of the business.
Why is it exclusive?
It was exclusive to PlayStation for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
Oh, the exclusivity. Exclusivity.
it ended. So,
Nice.
There's somewhere here. Somewhere we had the Xbox games with gold for December.
Is it Fable?
No, they're decent though.
Ooh,
Spicy.
Let me get there.
Civilization.
Damn, that'd be
Here we go.
sweet.
That'll be fun.
All right, here you go. Here's your games with gold for December. On the December 1st to the 31st, you get Warhammer the End Tides Verminion, $40, so free for December. Then December 16th through January 15th, Back to the Future the Game 30th Anniversary Edition. Those are your 2 Xbox One games for free. Starting December 1st through the 15th.
Why do you sound like the Smash announcer?
360, you get Child of Eden, which is a backwards compatible for Xbox One. And then Marlo Briggs and the Mask of Death, which is an arcade game that I've never played.
Yeah, but Child of Light.
Any PlayStation games
Child of
announced?
Light's pretty good. I
The
don't know.
Plus games? More Just Cause 3, please.
Ooh, that game's good though.
I already have it, so that's why.
Yeah.
I think I got last week. Last month was Metal Gear, so.
I missed a month. I missed
so
October.
hot.
I think it was October was the one I think I missed. It looks like to be speculative at this point.
I figured. They really like last minute. Like, here are your games.
Yeah, I do have November here, so if we didn't cover those, I can go over them again. R-Type Dimension. Ooh, jeez. It's Worms
I
Battleground.
got that one.
Worm's good.
Until Dawn, Rush of Blood.
Until Dawn, it's good.
Well,
No, it's the VR one.
Oh, pass.
And then
It's actually not bad.
Bound, the puzzle platformer. R-Type Dimensions, Ragdoll Kung Fu, Dungeon Punks, and Broken Sword 5.
R-Type is that for the Vita or for the PlayStation?
PS3.
The Doom VR is coming out soon, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're just all speculating. Gravity Rush has already been in there. Order 1886, gross, no. Yeah,
I mean, for free, that game's cool.
Ugh.
all speculative. Nothing there.
If I had to pay a cent for that game, I'd be pissed off.
That's you, I think. There you go. That was one. All right, I think that's all I have. They dug around. More loot box news. They dug around in World War II, Call of Duty World War II, and they found loot boxes and stuff and paper guns. I don't know.
Thanks, Activision.
Yeah. I mean, like, week off, busy. I bought a bunch of games. Maybe finishing up South Park. Gonna try to do Wolfenstein before the end of the year.
Yeah, I keep trying to put in Evil Within, but
yeah, I might
keep
try
getting
that.
distracted.
I don't think I'll make it that. So that
game gets weirder and doper every time I see it. Like,
it is, yeah.
I'm mad and Pat are just playing through it, and like they're uploading twice a day now for that.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. This is so good.
Yeah, I really like it.
It's fun. Well, it's fun to watch. I don't know. I'm not much about horror games anymore.
Horror game jump scares.
I don't know if it's like that much of a horror game besides like the.
I think it's like a psychological thing. Like,
It
oh,
is,
what's
but
happening?
The horror is definitely just like the shock fest of what you're seeing in front of you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like there's a lot of just like
Speaking of shock,
gore and
that horror game. What the fuck is it? It just came out.
PT.
It's not PT.
PT2.
Oh my, what the fuck is it called?
Gravity Rush 2.
I need something.
It's a first-person horror. I'll look it up.
The Evil Within.
No, that's not it. Just continue. Shut up.
I mean, like, quick.
Resident Evil 7.
That's it.
Oh, that was good. I need to finish that too.
I saw spoilers of that
I
one.
didn't finish that. Like, someone told me what was happening, so I like quit playing so I can forget, and I don't remember what they said.
Yes,
so.
they uploaded again. Wait, hold on.
Just leave him here. Watch that.
I like
Prison Architect.
No, shut up. Just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Lego Worlds.
Oh my god, here we go.
Lego Star Wars.
That's
there
it.
it is.
We did it. We
Concrete
did it.
Genie.
That's the horror game I was talking about.
I don't know what you were watching. All right. Anyway.
Scorn.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. I had to go to PewDiePie because he played it.
Oh no.
I will not watch his videos.
Me either. But I watched that one because he's the only one that got access to it. Apparently.
Oh wait, that's the one where you're traipsing through hell.
Is it hell? I don't know what it is.
Like this dark red
you
landscape.
see some fucked up shit. Like,
No, that's the one that I was telling you guys about a while ago, where you're a demon in hell and you have to like
Is it
mind
was
control other demons.
was it
like if you look down, you see yourself all fucked up. Your legs
Yeah.
are like, yeah. Like,
no, that
so-
game looks fucking sweet.
So-
well, yeah, like he played through it. I'm like, what the?
Is it a
fuck
game that's
happening?
like, hey, it's early access or whatever, and that's why he's the only one with it? Yeah.
I think it's coming out already though.
Okay.
yeah,
If he got a build, I assume it's coming out.
yeah, no,
Scorn.
yeah. I talked about it briefly on like 3 episodes ago or something.
Is a Kickstarter game. That's why.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I got the
Scorn
build.
Part 1 of 2. Dason. Yeah. Let me see the page. Where it has. It says 2018. So nothing. other
Never
than-
mind. I don't know how you got it then. Maybe it's
Well,
like a-
I mean, maybe they
Developer,
just sent him a
he's-
bill.
He's,
Developer
a huge,
build.
he's a huge guy.
Yeah, this is like a Doom.
I think that's what it is. Like you want to get limelight, you go to him. Go to the big YouTubers.
I thought we got rid of. I thought PewDiePie was Poopy Pie.
Only by Disney and YouTube
Nah,
Red.
people are racist too. So.
Oh, so if you're maybe they yeah. Yeah, this is
That's
like a lot
just the-
like Doom.
He was like, wait a minute, Donald Trump's president.
I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, he's just taking.
my career's not over. It's
He's just taking the stance of like people would forget.
Pretty much.
All right. I guess that's what all we have. I mean, there's some Pokemon.
Paula Deen came back from it. So did Hulk Hogan, right?
Was it Hulk Hogan? That was Booker T. He called himself out.
No. But
Hulk-
Hulk Hogan. Remember, he
Hulk,
said
Hulk dropped some in-bombs.
he said some things about who he did and didn't want dating his daughter.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that. now.
While
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
having
yeah.
sex with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
There you go.
That whole thing.
All right.
We're coming for you.
All right. So next week,
The girl next to him too is like,
No, but just the immediate like his face. We coming for you.
Yeah.
no, he does this. He like covers his face.
He's
and
like,
like,
shit.
and like the other dude in Harlem Heat has to immediately like be like, "That's right, Mean Gene." You know what I mean? Like he just like,
yeah. All
That's
right.
right, Minji. We love people.
All right.
Hulk Hogan's not at all what Booker said just now.
I don't think they acknowledged it that much.
He said that wrestling anger.
Yeah.
He was just caught up in the moment.
That's kayfabe. That Booker T's
Kayfabe.
Booker T's character's racist, not.
Man, was I the only one who watched Survivor Series?
No, I watched highlights.
I didn't want the damn thing.
I watched the whole Brock Lesnar AJ Styles match, which was
Yeah,
fucking
AJ
phenomenal.
Styles made
If
it
you-
longer than you thought he would.
Ultra Sun and Moon.
Uh-huh.
Garbage.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a shout out to Iwata.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go to the Texas scientists and they're like, oh yeah, we were trying to come out with gold and silver, like I don't know, some elements of gold and silver, but we were gonna make the deadline. But then this one guy came in and did it overnight.
Oh, nice.
I was like, that's really fucking cool that
Yeah.
they threw that in there.
It's cool. It's just too bad that it's.
How is Ultra Sun?
You can import your level 100 characters from regular Sun and Moon.
You couldn't?
You can.
Day one.
What's the point?
Just
Just
regular game.
load up Pokemon Bank and just load up your guys and just fucking dick trounce the game and who cares?
But what?
I didn't do it and I'm still bored out of my mind.
Is it really that?
It's just Sun and Moon again, but you can just catch more Pokemon. And there's like slight differences. There's like a new bad guy, but the new bad guys are super uninteresting.
Isn't Team Rocket there?
No, they're in a building.
No. I heard Team
Like,
Rocket was there.
Giovanni's running this building where you can like fight all the dudes from the past,
Oh.
which sounds cool, but it's the end game. So like I have to trounce
Oh,
through
you gotta go.
all these trials
Nice.
and stuff, and
you gotta replay it to get there.
I have to replay Sun and Moon, my least favorite Pokemon.
No. You got Black.
No,
White.
ORS is worse, but
Also, if you like your internet,
Oh yes, the net neutrality. It is now easier than ever. I was standing in my shower and was able to use the ability to
shower.
No, I was standing in my shower and
urinate.
no. So you can send
I pee in there
You
too.
can send a text message and with your name and your zip code, and it'll reply back with who your congressman is and who your representative is, or congressperson, anyway, I should say, and who your representative is, and then it'll say, "Would you like for me to fax them a letter?" And you can say yes, and they're like, "Okay, type your letter now," and I will send it and I will fax it to them. And I was able to stand in my shower because I was like got this started. I was like, I'm gonna do this one way in the shower. So I like
Stay away from me and my son.
I hit text to talk. I hit text to talk and did my rant about net neutrality, and then hit send, and then it's like sent me back a picture of the thing that it was going to fax. And I was like, "Does this look okay?" And I was like, "Yes," and then it faxed it to them.
But little did I know, I said, "Oh shit, soap in my ass."
It didn't look as great as I wanted it to, but it's a coherent rant.
I've called. I've left
so
numbers and everything like that. Like,
The downside is, I will say, like I'm highly pessimistic about our everyone's efforts. You know,
I think they're taking it very unlikely, like it's gonna happen. And
well, I think people are making a lot of efforts and doing a lot of things, but I think that this particular
They were also like, "There's no way Trump's going to get elected."
yeah,
I mean, I'm saying I'm very pessimistic about what this administration thinks net neutrality means and what net neutrality does. I read
the head of the
response
FCC is a fucking ex-lawyer from Verizon.
right.
Fuck him. Like seriously, fuck him.
It's very much I can understand to a degree how you can convince people that net neutrality
Free market.
is a good thing.
The free market.
Because a lot of people
You
Like-
don't use X or Y. You only use Z.
right, a lot
What
of
if
people,
Z only costs this much?
What if internet didn't have to cost you $200 because you don't use all the internet? You only use this bunch of internet.
I use all the internet because I keep getting fucking
know.
cocks are like, hey, you're on your data usage.
hey, get off of Tor. Yeah, we
Hey,
see you on Tor. Get
You've
off
seen
there.
a lot of the internet. You got to get off it now.
I can understand that, and I don't. It's sad because some people don't understand
If it happens,
what a free internet is and what it means versus what they think eliminating
for
net
them,
neutrality is going to do.
even if it happens, I feel like mom and pop ISPs are going to start showing up then.
Right.
And the
mom and pop is
markets-
going to be the we are net new. You're going to get net
We are-
neutrality ISP.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
The market's gonna fix itself. It's gonna
Right.
correct itself if that
Right.
passes. Like, I'm not that worried, but I am kind of like pissed off. This is a fucking issue
Right,
every fucking year. we
Right
gotta go
now, I
through.
gotta wait on my mom and pop ISP to run fiber to my house,
Yep.
so that I can
That's the
get
thing you
unlimited
gotta worry
internet
about.
access. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Is who's paying for the? No one's. Their argument is that the telecoms don't want to pay to get the infrastructure up to make everyone better, but at the same time, they're already getting. Like if you go down the block and count the number of people paying $100 a month to Cox, and you go, "Fuck you! Why don't I have fiber?" Right? And here in town, you're like $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100. You're like, this entire apartment complex is $1 million a month. Well, you know what I'm saying? Why isn't there fiber all over town? Right? What are you doing? You're running it on these old copper ass lines that are, are older than all of us in this room combined. Like, why aren't you running fiber? And if you are running fiber, why does it cost $1,000 a month? So that's my problem with it. Like they already have all the money. Well, that's the problem. But anyway,
I did like a tweet. It has to be like, this is 2017. This is how we have to explain it. The stuff you do, porn, will be affected, and the amount of porn you watch.
yeah. And so, like,
all caps.
I lived through the supposed like the golden age of the internet that they were talking about, like that they're talking about. I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. Like the net neutrality wasn't what slowed the internet's growth down. It's just, that's the way things get. It was like an arms race during this time because the internet was new and everyone was trying to get their money. Did you forget about the .com bubble that busted?
Yeah.
Like, did you forget about that part? Like,
No, how quickly people forget when AT&T started to throttle FaceTime users.
yeah, exactly.
Like
that's
Verizon throttled some website that opposed them or backed down their
exactly.
contract agreement. Like, they have power.
Well, like even like
I don't want them to have that much power over me.
right. Well, like even like I have T-Mobile, and T-Mobile's like, we got to deal with Netflix. You'll get free Netflix. Well, if I'm getting my internet through, saying, well, when T-Mobile has to deal with Netflix, of course my Netflix is going to be amazing. But what if I want to watch content on Hulu or
then
Amazon?
you can get fucked,
right? They'll be like, oh, well, if you watch it on Netflix, it'll be faster. But if you're watching these other services, it will be not as fast, but still good enough.
Yeah.
And there's also things like
No, I don't.
keeping you.
I'm not paying you for good enough.
They're keeping you from information that they don't want you to see too as well. There's also a thing like it's kind of like
Right.
that's how powerful it is. Like Verizon's probably like a, let's say, Republican company, whatever, like that. Like does not show anything from the left.
Yeah, well, exactly. Or
Like-
like
So it's kind of like dangerous. Like,
like
now you're
how much
force
money?
feeding.
How much money do I have to pay Google to get like?
right.
Search
go
results
to
that
Bing?
actually I want.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I tell people the best example is like, what if
Dude, I don't want to go to Bing.
what if Papa John's was in charge of delivering all your pizzas?
I'm out.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm out.
Or Domino's or Pizza Hut.
When I open up that butter garlic, is it going to be all watery or is it going to be thick like I like
no,
it?
no.
Oh, I want pizza, not tomato soup.
You want
Am I going to get 2 whole pepperoncinis?
freaking
Why is the cheese stuck on the box?
Papa John's not
No
gonna
more baby tables.
exactly.
I said that shit.
All right.
Bring them back.
So obviously,
Hashtag
do
more baby tables.
do your part. Take the 10 minutes and send a fax
That's
or
my
a letter or
stand
whatever.
for the month.
No, just do it. Like
Net
it's-
neutrality is something I really like, come on, man. That's common sense at this point.
even if it does,
We know
does get
you
fucked.
you millennials don't like voting, but we know that you do like Snapchat.
Yeah.
You like them memes, them dank ass memes, right?
You've hit your tender limit. Get out of here and go to church.
You're not going to be able to fucking. your dank memes will no longer melt steel beams.
You can only be a cat filter this month. You can't be
Yeah.
a dog filter. Sorry.
All right. I don't see any reason why we won't be back next week, but we'll
Net neutrality.
Net
will take
neutrality.
it.
Yep.
Mm,
Podcast. Yep.
Joe, so looks here. Joey didn't pay for the fast lane, so fuck you. So we should be back next week. Have some more stuff. Have some more games. Obviously, podcast at goldensaucer.net. You can send us emails that we don't read.
Hope it's from a female.
You can always send any one of our names at goldensaucer.net, and we can answer them individually.
On for who, guys?
Come on, for who, guys.
Obviously, the YouTube videos, I've been kind of like slacking on getting those fixed up
Let's
as
just
fast as
delete them.
possible. No. I had to delete the some
Oh,
of
I
the
thought
other
you
ones.
said slacking off.
I have been slacking off on like
I've been jacking off and then
That's the-
slacking off.
Like, I didn't
it's the
get-
Archer joke.
I didn't get the I didn't get the art fixed for this one until like Wednesday last week or something,
Yeah.
like the newest one. It was really lazy. So, and you know, it's been busy. So that usually that gives you an idea. So if I'm super busy,
right.
sometimes things fall behind.
Art, cover art, prongles,
Prongles.
and then you put the once you listen, that's great.
That's great. Okay, I'll put that on.
All right, you got it.
All right, and then I give them half. Give them half
Salt and
half a
potato
kind of-
flavor.
All right, I'll do the thing.
Later.
Don't.